welcome back to Starlight Stables. Today we're going to be making our first DIY, and Lady and Lauren are going to be helping us. So today we're going to make Tackroom accessories, and for this video you're going to need some beads. It doesn't matter what color they are because you can always paint them, and some scissors, and some clippings from a magazine. I just took clippings from a horse magazine, and here are some mane and tail shampoo and conditioner, some signs I'm going to put in my tack room, and some hoof care things, and show sheen, and we have this grooming kit. So whatever accessories that you would like in your tack room, just cut out those little clips. And you will also need a hot glue gun. I'm using a high temp. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to cut these clips out really nicely so that there's no like white lines around the edges. So I still have to finish cutting out the rest of these, but I have this first one. This is my little hoof flex bottle so that they can like oil the horse's feet, and that's going to be our first tack room accessory. So here I have just hot glued these beads together so that we can glue our hoof flex onto there. Should be like a steady surface, and then the people can pick it up. So as you can see, it's a little big in comparison to this size. It's pretty big, but it will look really nice sitting on the shelf in the tack room, and you can always pretend. I could not find really small newspaper clippings, so I just used the one that I found, but you want to look for like the really smaller ones. So this is just like a brush that fits the slack horses really good. So in comparison to this brush, this is about the right size, as you can see, them to like fit in their hands. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to do is to glue this green bead here to the top of this so that when our hoof flex bottle goes on top of there, that top piece will be on that green bead and will be supported by that, because you don't want your newspaper clippings to tear, so you want the beads to be securely under that. Okay, so there is our hoof flex bottle. I know it's a little bit blurry, but as you can see, have the beads, and then there it is. So you can just like set this up on a shelf. That is going to be so cute in our tack room. Okay, so next I'm going to do this little Vetterson bottle, and as you can see, in comparison to her hand, this is about the right size. So we have her hand, and you can kind of hold it. So I'm going to be using this bead. It's a little bit fatter than the one that we used for the top of the hoof flex, and I'm also going to be using this tiny bead. So I'm going to glue this bead to the top of this one like that, and then glue my Vetterson bottle onto there. So here is the Vetterson and the hoof flex. So I think this is definitely an inexpensive and good way to get little bottles for your tack room. It's fun to make, and they're life size, and they're the brands that you use like with your real horses. So I think that that is very cool. So now we're going to move on to making a pitchfork to muck out the stalls with. So for that you are going to need, I have like this piece of thick paper, a 4.5 inch small popsicle stick, hot glue gun and this end of a pitchfork clipping from a magazine. You may also want to have some like other glue, a liquid glue or even a glue stick to we're going to roll this up and glue it. Okay, so first we're going to take our strip of paper and our liquid glue, and I have just put some on there, and then we're going to fold it. So I want mine to be about this big. You want it to be the same size of your pitchfork, around the same size. So just continue doing that all the way down until the end of your strip of paper. Okay, so now I'm at the end of my strip. So now I'm going to add hot glue to the strip of the paper and glue on my pitchfork end. There we go. Now let's just glue it on. And you want to make sure to get it really straight. There we go. So then we're just going to cut out the edges of the paper so that it just shows our magazine clip. There we go. And we're going to add our glue onto the back to glue on our popsicle stick. There we go, there is our pitchfork. So now Lauren can just clean up the stabel. There we go. And that is an easy way to make a DIY pitchfork. Next we are going to do these signs. Okay, so I have cut out of the edges of this one. It's just a magazine clip. And I'm going to take it and glue it onto the back of some cardboard. But I'm going to give it a nice border with this foam. And so here we go. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to add some yarn. Okay, so now with that piece of yarn, you can just hook it onto the Tackroom, and there's your barn rolls. I'm just going to snip this off. Here we go. There we are. Okay, so I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that you will get some ideas to make some tackroom accessories. And just thanks for watching.